What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a paper kicker ramp, and it's really easy. It's origami, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video. So the first thing we're going to be doing is just folding the paper in half long ways. Make sure all your folds during this whole thing are super precise, and make sure you fold them the full way. You see I folded it twice. I folded it one way and then I flipped it around and folded it the other way. And now what you're going to want to do is just fold the outsides to the center line that you just made by making the big fold, and then fold them both into the middle. And again, really make sure that these folds are super strong, because especially with this paper, I'm using thick paper. I definitely recommend you use a thicker kind of paper because the ramp at the end will be much stronger. So once you're at this part, you just want to fold the sides in like a paper airplane, also on the middle line, and you want to do that for all four corners. At this point, the paper is getting a little bit thicker because this is the third fold on this side, so be sure that all the folds are getting down all the way, and use your nail to rub along the edge of the paper so that it stays sturdy. And this fold also needs to be strong for the next part that we're going to do, which is going to be collapsing the model. So once all this part is done and it's all folded nicely, what you're actually going to want to do is completely unfold the whole thing. These are just going to be guidelines that we're going to use to collapse the model, like I said. So unfold it and actually flip it over, and then it should stand up like this. If not, it's fine, but if it stands up like this, that means your paper is probably thick like mine, and it's going to work out just perfectly. So I'm going to show you how to do this part a few times. I'm just basically pinching the triangle at the one end and then folding it so that it's again going to be flush with the table. And here I'm just showing you again how I did it. It's kind of hard to do, but just make sure you just try it a few times because it's kind of hard. And then from here, you can just take the other side and pinch it in from the corner. And that's another thing you can do, pinch it in from the corner, and that'll definitely help you. Here I'll show you again. Just take the triangle that you see and fold along the center line and just pinch it, and then the model should collapse onto the table. There I had a little bit of trouble because the fold was a little bit off, but it worked out just fine in the end. And then you should have this. So from here, I decided to flip it over, and I'm just basically reinforcing all of the folds that I made so far. And there's a lot of folds, so this is very beneficial, and it'll help you with your last step. So after you make sure all the folds are perfect, what you're going to want to do is take all the sides and fold them into the center, but one at a time. So you want to fold the top layer. There's going to be two layers, and the second layer is going to have two different pieces. So you want to take the top layer, fold it in, second layer, fold it in, as you see there, and then you should have four different pieces. So you want to fold these after you fold the first two layers in. And these pieces are going to get a little bit tricky, but I'll walk you guys through how to do it. And make sure these folds again are perfect, and I'm sure they will be if you made the previous reinforcement on the folds that I showed you before this. So the flaps in the second part of the fold you want separately because they're actually going to combine to make the shape of the ramp into a triangle. So here's where it's going to get a little bit tricky. So you want to take one flap and you want to open it up. I'll show you here. And it should open up right in the middle. It's like a little pocket, and you want to actually put the other triangle inside of it. Now this is going to be hard, especially with this thick paper. I wasn't able to get it inside of it just like it is. So what I did is here I folded it down just a little bit. Just make sure the fold is on the triangle and not on the rest of the ramp, because that can ruin the ramp. But fold it down and then fold it over on the other part of the one triangle, and then it should fit in the other triangle perfectly, and you'll have a solid ramp to work with. As you can see here, after I made that fold, it went in much easier, and I just did that to the other side, and it should work out just perfectly. And also guys, if you have any questions or you can't get one of these folds correctly, just ask me in the comments. Leave any comment you want and I'll be sure to answer it. And that's pretty much it for the ramp. I'm going to make some additional upgrades that are going to make the ramp look a lot cooler, and I'll show you guys what those are right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to tape it down. Now this is very optional, and you could just skate the ramp right now, but I chose to tape it down because it's a lot easier. As you can see right here, I'm just taping the top to the actual ramp and the sides so that the fingerboard doesn't get caught on the paper and rip it. And now I'm actually just putting on the little logos that I like to put on all my ramps. You can see it in the background there. I just put my YouTube on it, and then I just tape it to the ramp like Black River ramps have on it. So this looks super cool, and I put it on all my ramps. I definitely recommend doing it because it makes the ramp look a lot more professional, and I just think it's pretty cool. All you're going to want to do for this, I hot glue it, but I just decided to tape it because it's a little bit easier. But for now, I'm just cutting the length of it. I still want to add the brick feature to the ramp. So I'm going to do that here in a second with a Sharpie. So yeah, I'm just drawing this. I'll give you guys a quick time lapse on how this looks. I just tried to make the bricks look pretty even as my other ledge that I have over on the left side. You can kind of see it. I'll show you guys here in a minute, but I'm just making these bricks about the same size as that. This is a super easy feature to add, and it also looks super cool, so I definitely would recommend doing this just because it's so easy. Along with the logos that I have right here, it just looks really cool. So I'm just going to tape this on. Usually I would hot glue it, but it's just much easier to tape. So I just decided to tape it on, and yeah, that's about it. So here's the look at the final ramp. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it and help out the channel a lot. Also, comment any other videos you guys want to see for my channel. I can do whatever you guys want. Fingerboarding, skateboarding, snowboarding, you name it, and I'll do it. So yeah, just let me know in the comments, and that's about it. So thank you guys for watching, and here's a few tricks that I hit with this ledge.